Hi, welcome to this week's Start to Finish Sunday video. Some friends of ours are getting married in October and her shower is this weekend. So I've got her shower present all ready to go in this little box, and so now I just need to make a tag. So that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. So I already have my little tag shape cut out, and this is Whisper White cardstock, and this is just a 2.5 by 3.5 inch piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I just cut the corners off at an angle to give me my tag shape. And I'm using the chevron embossing folder, and I'm just going to place my tag inside and make sure it's straight, and then I'm going to go ahead and run this through my Big Shot. Okay, this is a scrap that I had of the silver glimmer paper, and this measures about 1.25 inches wide, and I'm going to trim it down to size. And I like to use sticky strip when I'm working with the glimmer paper because it has kind of a glossy backing to it, and it doesn't really stick very well with regular snail adhesive. So I'm just going to place a little bit of sticky strip onto the back. Great tip when you're working with sticky strip is to use the tip of your scissors to help you get underneath that red backing. And I'm using my grid mat to help me align this on my tag, make sure it's straight. Okay, and then I can just trim off the excess. My color palette for this tag is Bermuda Bay, Pool Party, and also Crushed Curry. I'm going to take my Bermuda Bay and the decorative label punch. Just punch out a label. Then I have a piece of Pool Party cardstock that measures about 3/8 of an inch. It's a little bit bigger than 1/4. And I am going to trim this down so that it's just a tiny bit longer than the tag. So the tag is 2.5. I'm going to try this at, I think, 2 3/4. Okay, so I actually decided I liked 3 inches wide better. So I'm going to start, basically these are going to get layered on like that onto my tag. So I'm going to use some more sticky strip because the things don't stick to the front of the glitter paper either. So sticky strip is usually your best bet when you're working with this paper. And I'm just going to center this onto my tag. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to cut little banner ends into both ends of my little Pool Party strip. Okay, and that is going to get adhered right across the label. And for that, I can use some regular snail adhesive. Just make sure that's centered and straight. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now I said that I was also going to be using Crushed Curry, so I've got my Crushed Curry ink out, and I'm using the new Label Love stamp set. I'm going to be using this one right here. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp this on a scrap of Whisper White. And then I'll use the matching punch to punch that out. And that's gonna go right on top of the other label, just like that. So I'm gonna put some dimensionals on the back of my stamped label. You can see I used this cardstock for something else, another project. Okay, and I'll just line that up. Okay. Now, you may remember back in February when I made my mini album, 14 Things I Love About You, I used the Petite Pocket die, which unfortunately is now retired, but I still have all of these little, these were the little like clasp parts of the Petite Pocket, and I still have this little baggie with all of them left, and some of them happen to be Pool Party. So I'm going to use one of these for the top of my tag. You could certainly use your circle punches and your handheld hole punches to recreate this. I just have them, so I figured why not start using them up. That was way back in February, and I haven't used any of them yet. So I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow Mono multi-glue. And I'll place that at the top of my tag. Maybe scoot it up just a little bit. There we go. And then I can just come in with my hole punch and line that up and punch out that hole in the center. Okay. And there I have a finished cute little tag. So it's gonna go onto this box just like that, and I'll have a picture at the end of the video what it looks like when it's all finished and all wrapped up. Okay, I've got one more quick tip for you before I go. When I went to put my package together, I realized that since I ran the whole tag through the Big Shot with the embossing folder on here, there was no nice space on the back to write my message. So what I did was I just cut a small piece of Whisper White cardstock, a little bit smaller, so I would have this little border around the edge, and I just wrote my message on there and just adhered that with some plain old snail adhesive. And if you wanted to, you could create another little reinforcer on the back just to kind of finish it off a little bit. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Until next week, happy stampin'. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.